How can Nintendo win E3 2017? Nico and me back at it again with the lazy content. Today we have an article from GameSpot. Link will be in the description below. I love GameSpot. I read them all the time. We are going to see how the internet thinks Nintendo could win E3 2017. Now, before E3 2017 even happens, Nintendo is on a roll. The Nintendo Switch is selling like hotcakes. It's sold out everywhere. The games are critically acclaimed. 3 of the top 5 best rated games are on the Nintendo Switch of the year right now. So it is doing fantastic, and it's selling fantastic. It's just doing really great, and it has lots of momentum. It has ARMS coming out 3 days after the presentation. It has Splatoon a month from now. Mario Odyssey. Like, there's so many things coming to this thing, and so many things that have already came out on this thing that have been great for it. It's on a great roll. So Nintendo, although I do think an E3 win would be really nice, I do think that they're in a good spot whether they win E3 or not this year. And by that, they mean, like, E3, you win E3 by getting the most buzz, the most tweets, the most, like, praise, the most hype, whichever one's really most talked about and most excited for by the gaming community. That's who wins E3 2017. At least that's how I perceive it. Okay, so, this article is by, it doesn't say who. We're just going to read it. This year's E3 is shaping up to be an exciting one for Nintendo, seeing as the company just launched the Switch 3 months ago. While the console has been selling incredibly well, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is an utter masterpiece, it's still in dire need of more big software to keep steadily increasing audience interest. And with so many gamers out there still skeptical about the Switch, the company needs to offer a solid showing if it wants to convince them to jump aboard. What does the company need to do exactly at this year's show to win over both camps? Here's what our editors think the company needs to do to distinguish itself among the competition. What do you think Nintendo needs to do for E3 2017? Let us know in the comments. Okay, so my thing is, they have a lot of content coming this year now. They have Pokken, they have the Mario Rabbids game, they have Fire Emblem Warriors, they have Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and they have Mario Odyssey. And they also have ARMS coming out this year and Splatoon 2. I think maybe one game, like a Smash Sport, which they're about to talk about right now, would be enough for the rest of the year. I don't even know if they really need anything else, especially because the Nintendo fans in general, now they have the new Pokemon game too. So there's a lot of games coming out for the Switch that I think if they just have one big announcement, that's enough, and then they show off more of their games like Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade, and all that. So let's see what they think, though. The Smash Bros. Series is one of Nintendo's biggest and best, and the company could fill out the Nintendo Switch's pipeline of exciting titles by revealing a Switch port of the Wii U game. It could be something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, featuring some gameplay, refinements, and updates, along with bundled DLC and something cool, like a new crossover character or new features. Nintendo's Reggie Fils-Aimé has said that fans can expect all of Nintendo's major franchises to eventually show up on the Switch, so it's more of a matter of when, not if. And if E3 seems like a good time to officially announce Smash Bros. For Switch? Oh, it seems like it is. Okay, so my thing is, I think if they don't reveal the Switch version of, or if they don't give it Mario, oh my gosh, I'm a mess right now. If they don't give Super Smash Bros. For a Switch port, I think they might as well just continue and make the next one for Switch, the brand new Smash, because, look, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, 2014. That's going to be 4 years ago if it comes out in 2008. Or 2018. So if it comes out this year, it'll be fine, I think. But if a port for a game from 2014 comes out in 2018, yeah, it's fine. It's happened before. But I think they're just better off moving on to the next one. But also in the same regard, the Smash 4 is still such a fresh and good-looking game that it doesn't really need too many updates. So I don't know what they would do for Smash 5. But yeah, either way I'm fine with. And bring back Metroid or F-Zero. Timur Hussein, UK editor, says, building off the Smash Bros. Suggestion, Nintendo needs to strike while the iron is hot. Thanks to the acclaim that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as well as the system itself has received, there are a lot of eyes on Switch. This means it is now time for Nintendo to go for the hard sell and bring out the other big franchises synonymous with the company and its platforms. Sure, we have Super Mario Odyssey on the way, but if Nintendo really wants to reignite fans' passion, it needs to show off a new Metroid or F-Zero, the games that fans have been desperate for, the ones that will get them giddy with excitement. People will buy Nintendo platformers for People will buy Nintendo platforms for first-party titles, and although the Switch looks like it's collecting a good mixture of indie and AAA third-party games, Nintendo's internal developers need to show off what they can do with the system. I think they need to work a good amount of time on Metroid or F-Zero and release it 2018, 2019. I think Mario Odyssey needs to have the spotlight for the big game of the year. That's why I'm thinking a port like Mario Maker or Smash would be a good title release. I think a big title like Metroid would be a bit too much for the first year, and then they would run out of resources for 2018, 2019, 2020, I think. So I think Metroid should be like a bit of a save for next E3 or the E3 after that. A strong lineup of independent games, Michael Hagham says. Skepticism over the Switch's functionality was resolved after its release, docking it to play on the TV and taking on the Go works seamlessly, but critical eyes are still set on the console's lineup of games. The platform is ripe for smaller indie titles to thrive, like Snipperclips, or enjoy a second life, like Shovel Knight and Binding of Isaac. Nintendo flaunted that over 60 independent games would be released on Switch in 2017, but how will they follow that up in the future? We're confident in Nintendo's ability to deliver the meatier first-party titles, as we saw with Zelda Breath of the Wild and expect from Super Mario Odyssey. But that strong core needs to be bolstered by great independent games that can also provide diverse types of experiences. It'll help fill the gaps between bigger releases and provide the Switch with consistent, lasting appeal beyond 2017. Port more Wii U games to Switch, Matt Espinelli says. I agree. While Wii U had a relatively solid lineup of exclusives like Xenoblade Chronicles X, Bayonetta 2, Super Mario Maker, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fee? I forgot. There still exists a bunch of people who never got the chance to play any of them. With so many high-quality exclusive in Nintendo Wii U's library, the company would be leaving money on the table if it didn't port some of them over to the Switch, especially considering the high volume of non-Wii U owners the console has obtained since launch. We've already received a fantastic definitive edition of Mario Kart 8 for the Switch, and we've gotten a port of LEGO City Undercover, which is the first LEGO game exclusively published for Nintendo Switch for Wii U. If Nintendo can secure more ports or even definitive remasters of Wii U games for Switch, it will not only introduce its Switch owners to some great games from its recent past, but also buy itself more time as it produces newer games to better round out the console's library. Come on! Who doesn't want Wind Waker HD or Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on the Switch? Nintendo, make it happen. I agree that Captain Toad Treasure Tracker would be a great HD, or great port for Switch. Wind Waker HD... I'm just thinking Wind Waker HD Deluxe and kind of laughing. And we also got Breath of the Wild this year. So maybe it'll get like an Ocarina or maybe definitely a Skyward Sword remaster sometime in the near future. And to fix the Virtual Console. Along with bringing over some digital titles from Wii U library, Nintendo needs a better solution for the Virtual Console. Recent details on how the Switch's paid subscription service will include access to a library of classic NES games. It is a great start, but there is still a large gap in classic content that Nintendo needs to address. It's likely we'll find out exactly what's going to happen with the service, and if there will be any access to previously purchased content from previous consoles' eShops during E3. Having Netflix-like access to a library of classic Nintendo games is a great idea, but it's unlikely that Nintendo's upcoming announced games will go so far as to include digitally purchased Wii or Wii U titles, and that the company hasn't mentioned what will become of N64 and NES digital games. PlayStation Now and the Xbox Game Pass show that there are different potential solutions to giving gamers access to older libraries, but it'll be exciting to see just how far Nintendo takes the idea. Like Sony and Microsoft, Nintendo can't possibly make everyone happy, but as the NES Classic showed, there is an undeniable hunger for old-school console gaming. Confirm the handheld faves, Callie Plague says. There's a good segment of Nintendo players who skipped Wii U, meaning their most recent experience with Nintendo games was on 3DS. In addition to bringing out the big N guns, Nintendo could stir up a lot of excitement by showing off favorite 3DS franchises like Pokemon and Animal Crossing for Switch. Totally agree with Animal Crossing, but you don't forget it was on like Wii and stuff too, so it's not just a handheld series. Not only do they extremely dedicated fan bases, they're also games that would be right at home on Switch. Prettier, more robust than the 3DS, but still portable. And it would be really nice to have something to do with all those Animal Crossing amiibo cards. And amiibo. I have so many Animal Crossing amiibo that I didn't use. Make Super Mario Odyssey the focal point, Miguel Concepcion says. With the presentation of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in E3 2016 did not make Nintendo the clear-cut winner last year, its comprehensiveness and positioning as the key title for Switch helped raise the game's already high hype levels. By making Super Mario Odyssey the centerpiece this year, it would take advantage of the most positive post-launch reception of Switch and Breath of the Wild. And because of Odyssey's unusual design, with its mix of traditional Mario platforming areas and real-world inspired worlds with human characters, the resulting gameplay showcases will surely impress even those who aren't typically huge Mario fans. Provided there's a lot of in-game footage to show and it conveys the potential quality of that can be compared to the best Mario games, a lengthy presentation of Odyssey plus a version of the game on Playable Kiosk will make a strong case for the game of the show. I agree. I think Mario Odyssey could easily be the game of E3 2017. I really think that Nintendo could win this E3 with a really good showing of like a Switch port for either like Mario Maker or Smash, an Animal Crossing game, and a lot of like like games like I think the Virtual Console would be really cool too, and like showing off games like maybe Mario Sunshine or something. I don't know. I just really can't wait for E3, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. For more hit subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.